For example, you could prove that kids should be able to vote. You could prove that chocolate is not bad for your health, or persuade your parents that your bedtime is too early. You can stir up sympathy. For example, you could create concern about climate change by writing about polar bears desperately searching for icebergs. Or you could make your parent take pity on you by describing how their strict rules make you a laughing stock. So, for instance, this is what my sister Joanna does quite a bit. She likes my parents, everybody else's parents let their kids do so and so and so. So, stirring up sympathy is a pretty good way. Create interest. For example, you could get your classmates interested in history by describing bloody battles or fearsome pirates, or get your parent interested in buying a new computer by describing the latest educational games. Ultimately, persuasive writing, you're going to use it to get people to agree with you, which is very good. Before you try to persuade someone to do what you want, it's important to know who you're trying to persuade. When you know something about the person or group, you can speak directly to their interests or concerns. So, for instance, your mom or dad, let's say you are trying to get them to let you go to this really cool party, but it's going to be going until maybe midnight or later, which is way beyond your curfew, whatever that's. So you would want to know your audience, know your parents, in order to convince them, right? So since it's your parents and they're concerned about your safety, you probably don't want to mention that there will be a big, huge extreme sports thing going on there, which everybody will be participating in. You would want to mention that there will be several teachers there to monitor things, right? So knowing your audience can let you include the facts that will make them feel comfortable, and you can speak directly to their interests and concerns. So the audience is the person or people who will read your writing. Know your audience before you start writing. So the audience may be your teacher, your parents, your friends, a giant killer alien. So, for example, if you were trying to persuade your mom that you should be allowed to stay up later, you would want to think like your mom. What does she care about? What are her interests? How can you use this information to your advantage? Well, let's get back to the subject of giant killer aliens. Let's imagine for a moment that giant aliens plan on destroying the Earth. Okay, it's our job to convince them not to do this. How do we go about this? Well, first, we'll want to find out as much as we can about the aliens. So to get to know your audience, you can try to find the answers to these questions. Where does my audience live? Now, you don't have to be like super stalkerish and actually find where their house is. That might be a little creepy. But find out maybe what city they're in, and get to understand how does that maybe affect what they think. So, for instance, if you're trying to convince people to vote for this big river remodeling project, which will put some parks along a river, then knowing that somebody lives totally nowhere near the river would help you understand that that person probably isn't very interested in that. So knowing some things about where the audience lives, how old is the audience is another good one. They're probably not going to be babies, but so for instance, let's say you are writing a persuasive letter to senior citizens. Knowing that, you can include details that will be relevant to senior citizens, like stuff about the senior center and social security and that kind of stuff, which would be interesting enough. Where is my audience from? Will this influence the way they think about my topic? What words or concepts do I need to explain? So, for instance, if you are writing persuasively to your little sister, who maybe doesn't know all the words that you do, then you would want to explain certain things that she might not know. See, the audience, who you're writing to, is a really big part of persuasive writing. What's important to your audience. So, for instance, back to the subject of giant killer aliens, which is really weird. The aliens are obsessed with a sport that is just like soccer. The aliens like sweets. The aliens like warm climates. The aliens are not soft-hearted. So this might seem like just a bunch of weird information, but how can we use this information? First of all, we can use it to speak to the alien's self-interest. So normally I might write to try to tug at the alien's heartstrings and write them a long letter about my wonderful family and friends and the pain and suffering that the destruction of our planet would cause. But because I know the aliens aren't soft-hearted, I wouldn't try that approach. Instead of writing what we like about Earth, Okay, so if we can convince them that there are places on Earth that they would enjoy, maybe we can convince them not to destroy those places. Okay, so now let's do a quick activity. If we were riding the giant killer aliens, just imagine this here, and we know that they like a sport that's just like soccer, warm climates, not soft-hearted, how do you think we would write a good document? What are some of the details we would include in this?